We talked about why technologies that are out there cannot do anything to the record because the record has negative and cleaning solutions are negative. So what we do as step one, we take our record and we'll put it into our ultrasonic machine and we'll do a 3-minute cycle. And what this does is I'm not doing any restoration process. All I'm doing is I'm removing fingerprints from the record. That's all. Okay, step two, we now take the record out. We wobble the record on top of the cover, so remove any of the excess water, and we bring it over to the workstation, and we take a look at the record, and we see that we have pools of water, and that means that we're going to have to use a 2-minute cycle instead of a 4-minute cycle. So as step two, we remove the excess water. I apply the ionizing spray to the record. I now charge the record. So the record now becomes positive. I do the other side. Remove the excess water, so not to dilute the 2% of the propanediol. Remove the pooling of water. Spray 12, 8, and 4. Apply on side 2 the ionizing agent. And now we bring this back to the machine for the next cycle. Now what's happening is the cavitation bubbles are rising and the record is positive, the water is positive, so now we start to suck materials out of the record. And the first level is we're removing all the polishes that all the systems place on the record. Whether they be ultrasonic, whether they be manual, whether they be vacuum, they all leave a coating. So now we're removing that layer. Okay, third step, third cycle. I take the record out, wobble the excess water onto the cover, bring this over here, and you'll see that by ionizing the record, we now have less water. So now we're restoring the record. So what I'll do is remove the excess water, reapply display 12, 8, and 4. Now there's a colorant that's in the spray, and if you look here, you see white material appearing. The white material is what has come out of the record that was attracted by our changing the charge of the record in the previous cycle. We'll do the same thing here, less water, so we're breaking through the coating on this record. Reapply the spray, 12, 8, and 4. Scrunch the pad, apply the pressure on here a bit. So it's not a cleaning solution, it's just changing the charge of the record. So I really don't care that this is what we do. The record is now positive, and we're going to put this in for another cycle in the machine. Now once again, the record's positive, the water's negative, and now we're removing the scratches that are on the record. The scratches are not necessarily in the plastic, they are in the gas that comes out of the record. As the plasticizer dissipates, it coats the record, and that's where your scuff marks are. So it's like your new car smell. The windshield has a film. Records have a film when they're in a sleeve for a long time, and that's where most of the scratches are. So we're removing the scratches now. Okay, here we go. We're just finished our step 3. Now this step 4, we'll take the record out. Wobble the water on top of the cover, bring the record over here, and again we know we're restoring the record because there's now very little water left. So what I do now is I apply the spray, 12, 8, and 4, and now I will see if this is the last cycle, the last step. Yes, it is, because the white colorant that's here at 12 o'clock is now evaporated. So this colorant shows us what we're removing every step. So this proves that this record is restored, it's virtually dry, and there's no more colorant. Let's do this side. Sometimes one side you have to do more than an extra time because it was cleaned on a vacuum system, where someone cleaned one side more than the other. Scrunch, apply. I'm at 12 o'clock. I go down to 3 to 6. I'm at 6, there's nothing left. Totally dry. So this is the last cycle in the machine, and this is a 5-minute rinse. Bring the record over. I use the bunny cloth to remove the water that I did spray on top of the machine cover, not to get the label wet. So, second to last cycle. Very good. As we saw that there was no more white material, it was evaporating quickly and the record was virtually dry, it means this is now the final step. We take the record out, we bring it back to the workstation, and now what I'll do is with the optician's cloth, I will remove the few remaining drops of water, and this proves that records cannot be cleaned by liquids because the drops are larger than the groove. So all I do is I remove this. So a restored record is virtually dry. No air or vacuum drying. So this side is restored. I now use our 10 micron brush just to polish the groove. A groove is 6 microns by 35, 40, 45 up on the top. So I've now polished the groove. I do this side as well. I'll remove whatever water is remaining. And again, it's virtually dry, so there's no air or vacuum drying, which creates other issues, and it also says that this has not been restored. Polish. Now the grooves. Now, before play or store, I bring it over to your turntable. We'll put this on the turntable. There's always dust everywhere, so you use another 10 micron brush to remove the dust. Then we apply the same ionizing agent to a dry brush at a distance, so we're misting it. It's dry, it's positive. Now we change the record to be positive to repel dust, because dust is positive. I do this 1 time, 2 times, remove again any dust, remove the static or reduce the static, and now store the record or play the record. Of course, you need to do both sides. And the system's restored and you never have to do this again.